Hello students. Today I'm going to talk to you about the unit lesson 2, public speaking. This is where you're going to begin the informative speech assignment. So you go ahead and click on unit lesson, and then you click on unit lesson 2, and this is what shows up. Always remember to click on unit lesson 2 checklist. It tells you what assignments are required for this unit lesson. Click on speech information links. These are great resources. Please read through each one as you prepare for your speeches. So when you click on them, one of the files is speech delivery method. Please read that thoroughly. It provides instructions as far as the speech delivery for your informative speech. Make sure you read it thoroughly. I can't stress that enough. Let's go back to unit lesson 2. These are the student resources here. This link is where your student notes are for this chapter in your PowerPoint. And I also went ahead and put the speech delivery method file here. So you can find it in both places. You have Unit Quiz 2, which covers chapters 13 through 16. You have 2 attempts, and I take the highest grade. You also have a how to upload your speech video on YouTube. Please make sure you make it public. So watch this video because it will show you step by step once you have recorded your video, then how you upload it to YouTube. I've also provided an informative speech PowerPoint example. You can view that and you can kind of see what I'm looking at in a PowerPoint as far as a 4 to 6 minute speech. You should have at least 5 to 7 PowerPoint slides. And then you have here the informative speech assignment. These are the instructions. Please make sure that you have read chapters 13 through 16 because it does provide you with important information about the speech assignment, informative speech assignment. You are required to use at least 3 sources. You must cite those sources using either MLA or APA format. If you do not know how to cite APA or MLA format, you can go back to speech information links, and I have provided you with a link to show you how to cite those sources accurately. Again, the following criteria is what I'm going to be looking at as far as grading: choice of topic, quality of outline, clarity of ideas, interest and vividness of ideas, communication with the audience, quality of research sources and accuracy of information, and the ability to meet the stated time limit. Please do not read your speech. Any speech that is read in its entirety will receive no higher than a 70%. To avoid in reading your speech, I advise you to practice your speech at least 5 to 7 times, and each time about 15 to 20 minutes long. The more you practice, you will sound conversational. You will sound that you know your topic very well. So make sure you devote time to practice your speech. The informative speech assignment is worth 200 points. And the way you would submit your video to Blackboard and your PowerPoint is by clicking on this link right here. Click on the title. You would click on Browse My Computer. You've saved it somewhere on your desktop or flash drive, and then you would click on Submit. So this is where you submit your video and your PowerPoint. Go back to Unit Lesson 2. Now we go to the informative speech outline. Now I'm going to go ahead and talk about the informative speech outline. So once you click on, there's this template right here that I want you to use for your informative speech outline. So when you click on this is what it's going to show. So this is the template that you are going to be using for your informative speech. It's a Word document. So read the instructions, and then what I want you to do after you read the instructions is to delete the instructions and put your information, type in your information. So for example, I'm going to go ahead and type in my name, and that's what you're going to be doing. Type in your own name. You're going to type in the topic that you're going to be presenting, talking about. So I'm just going to give you an example, the vegan diet. General purpose, since this is an informative speech, you are going to just type in 2 words right here, to inform. That is it. Specific purpose. Generally, you could begin your specific purpose statement with, after listening to my speech, the audience will have an understanding of what, will have an understanding of what a vegan diet is. Organizational pattern. When you read chapters 13 through 16, it talks about all this information. And so you're going to be asking yourself, what organizational pattern are you going to use? Is it going to be a topical pattern, a chronological pattern? So whatever pattern you use, you're going to type in that information right here. There are other patterns, and the chapter talks about the pattern. You choose the pattern that will best fit your topic. Then you have the attention getter. As part of your introduction, you need an attention getter. Never begin your speech with, hello, my name is Carolina Sala. This is what I'm going to be talking about. You want to begin your speech with something that will capture the audience attention. In those chapters, it talks about what are different ways that you can begin your introduction. You can use a quote. You can use a video clip. Make sure the video clip is less than 30 seconds. You can use statistics. You can relate a personal story. Everything that is related to the topic. So whatever introduction, attention getter you use, make sure that is related to the topic. You're going to have a statement, a sentence, connection to audience. This is where you will write, how does this relate to your audience? You will also have a thesis statement. You should summarize your thesis statement in 1 sentence. And in that sentence, you should have at least 3 main points. For a 4 to 6 minute speech, I require for you to have 3 main points. So those 3 main points are the points you're going to be speaking about as you're giving your presentation. You're also going to be using transitional words. And I have some examples here you could use, or you could use your one on your own. Like I said, main points, 3 main points. Main point 1, main point 2, and main point 3. So you have to have at least 3 main points. And for each main point, you are required to use 2 subpoints. So every main point, you have to have 2 subpoints. You could have more than that if you wish to do so, but you must have at least 2 subpoints. And your subpoints are the research they're supporting your main points. Again, this is the template you will use for your informative speech outline. And just as the introduction, the attention getter is very important, your conclusion is just as important. Do not end with, that's all I have. Thank you for your time. You ended strong. The audience will remember what you said in the beginning and what you say at the end. So make sure that you choose an ending that's going to be memorable. You could use a quote. You could end it with a stats. You could end it with a personal story. Whatever it is, make it strong, make it memorable. And then you must provide 3 sources, and remember to mention those 3 sources during your presentation. So now that I've gone over the outline template, what you can do next is click on the informative speech instructor example outline. Click on that. And this is what you're going to see. This is a completed outline that a student did a couple of years ago. Please view this in its entirety. Gives you a guide to go by. So this student deleted the instructions and added their information, typed in their information. So please make sure that you read this, that you view this outline as you work on your own outline. As you can see, is a detailed outline, complete sentence on main points, each main point and subpoints. And at the end, they did their conclusion, a memorable closing, and they also provided the 3 sources. This student used 4, but you are required to at least use 3 sources. And they cited, excuse me, they cited their sources accurately. So let's go back to unit lesson 2. This assignment, the outline is for 75 points. And remember, click on this title of the informative speech outline. And you're going to click on Browse My Computer, and you've saved the outline somewhere, and you just submit it just like I showed you for the informative speech assignment for the video and PowerPoint. I'm sorry, yes, the informative speech video and PowerPoint. You can view this YouTube video on how to write an informative speech, kind of give you public speaking. You can do it. And then this is also a informative speech on But First Coffee is the title. See, this student had a PowerPoint, but I'm not so concerned of you showing so much the PowerPoint. I really want to see you. I want to see your whole face. So that's why it's very important for you to watch the speech delivery method file. Read that. Read all the bullet points. I cannot stress that enough. Practice your speech for a 4 to 6 minute speech. Practice at least 5 to 7 times, at least 15 to 20 minutes each time. It's important to do so because it will allow you to sound conversational, to feel comfortable with your topic. It will convey a message of that you know your topic well, that you are an expert in that topic, and you're credible. So please practice. Make sure you practice. Make sure you read each file, each resources that I have provided for you on this unit lesson 2. If you have any questions, which I'm sure you may have, you can always email me at carolina.sala@my.tccd.edu. One thing I want to stress, do not leave this assignment to the last minute. Do not procrastinate. Work on this assignment. Make sure you allow plenty of time to upload your video to YouTube because it does take a while. So you don't want to do it 30 minutes before the assignment is due. So make sure you allow yourself plenty of time. Thank you, and I look forward to hearing your speeches.